Neil Ratner Rock Doc with a story. So yesterday was Alice Cooper's 69th birthday. And I thought I would tell you the story of the strange connection between Frank Zappa and Alice Cooper. Let me start with a personal note. So, I met Alice in the early 70s when I was working with Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And I liked him very much. Alice was smart, he had a good sense of humor, and he had a real mind for marketing. Now, ELP and Alice Cooper may seem like strange bedfellows, but Keith Emerson actually knew Alice and was part of Alice's famous drinking club called the Hollywood Vampires. And as fate would have it, Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Alice Cooper ended up doing some shows together in the 70s. Now, ELP and Alice had a lot more in common than you may think, with both bands focusing on production. And after the shows, we would all party together, and we would talk late into the night about production, the music business, the direction of things, marketing. They were great discussions. Had a lot of fun with those guys. Okay, back to the Zappa connection. So, Alice's first successful band was called the Spiders, and that was followed by a band called Nas. But Todd Rundgren already had a band by the same name. Now, Alice was looking for a gimmick. And what he wanted to do is he wanted to create a villainous Lizzie Borden type character on stage. Now, many of you probably heard the urban legend that the name Alice Cooper came from a Ouija board. Well, it didn't. That was an urban legend, and it just never happened. So, Alice's look was inspired by one of his favorite movies, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And the Betty Davis character in the movie, she wears disgusting, caked up makeup smeared all over her face. But especially underneath her eyes, there are deep, dark, black eyeliner. Another movie Alice watched repeatedly was Barbarella. And according to Alice, when I saw Anita Pallenberg playing the great tyrant in that movie in '68, wearing long black leather gloves with switchblades coming out of them, I thought that's what Alice should look like. That and a little bit of Emma Peel from the Avengers. Okay, so now they're called Alice Cooper. He's got this Lizzie Borden character, and they're playing in L.A. But the band and the act were not going over at all. And one night, after a gig at the Cheetah Club in Venice Beach, California, in which Alice and the band had managed to empty the club within 10 minutes of starting, they were approached by music manager Shep Gordon. Now, Shep, he was a really clever guy, let me tell you. And there's a movie about him. I can't think of the name, but you should try and catch it. At any rate, he saw things differently. And he thought the band's negative impact could be turned around and used to their benefit. And as a matter of fact, Shep knew that Frank Zappa was looking to sign rather bizarre acts to his new label, Straight Records. Let's hear a little Alice in the background. Glenn Buxton. So for their audition, Zappa told them to come to his house at 7. The band, for some strange reason, thought he meant 7 in the morning. And bright and early the next morning, they show up at Frank's door. You can imagine. Frank is bleary-eyed and gets to the door, and he can't believe that the Alice Cooper band is at his door at 7 in the morning, ready to play their crazy brand of music. Well, Frank was so impressed, he signed them to a 3-record deal. So Frank had another group signed to his label, an all-girl group called the GTOs. And the GTOs loved dressing up Alice and the boys like full-size Barbie dolls, which greatly contributed to the band's eventual look. Alright, so they're signed to Zappa's label. The first 2 albums, critical, commercial failures. But their 3rd album, Love It to Death, with Bob Ezra producing, was a breakthrough. And good enough that in January 1971, they got a major label deal with Warner Brothers, who bought out their contract from Zappa. This was the big hit from the album. I'm 18. 18! Yeah, don't we all wish we were 18, or maybe we don't wish we were 18. At any rate, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Neil Ratner Rock Dog. Have a great day, and I'll see you real soon.